all over the country. The Appalachian Mountains, where we call home, is especially hard. People turn to a lot of different ways of making a living. Some folks worked in the coal mines. Daryl's folks were all coal miners, and we'll tell you some stories about the coal mines here in a few minutes. People worked on the train industry as it was headed west. My folks were all loggers and sawmillers on my mom's side as far back as we can trace. And my uncle, actually 77 years old, still runs my granddad's sawmill that he had when I was just a boy. I can remember them horses seemed like they was as tall as this ceiling in here when I was just a kid. Those men out there working their tails off and pulling logs all over the side of the mountains. But this particular song we're going to tell you about, one of the most popular songs that we have recorded right now on our first project, aptly titled Appalachian Roadshow. This particular song was written by a gentleman named Craig Johnson. Craig had heard about a man in the Upine Hills of Virginia around Galax that worked in the mills, worked his whole life, and he was an old-time fiddle player. And in his later years, he lost his fingers in a bandsaw accident in the sawmills in Galax. So he couldn't play anymore. He just sit with his fiddle hung on the wall and told stories. Well, Craig wanted to meet him, and Craig was a real prolific old-time songwriter. He met up with this guy, and basically what you've got here in this song is the story, the way it went, according to the legend that's been told. Craig went and sat down with him. The guy said, "Come on in, buddy, we'll drink and smoke." He said, "I'll tell you a story, you can sing me a sad old song." He said, "Don't weep for me." He said, "I'll be all right." He said, "But I'll tell you a sad story, and you can sing me a sad old song." That's what this song talks about. You're going to enjoy this one of the most requested songs we have. And Jason Carter, if you would, get us into one called "You Piney Mountains." Sit down, buddy, we'll drink and smoke. Woman, don't you weep for me. My hands can't fiddle and my heart's been broke. You down on Piney Mountains. Lost my fingers in the Galax mill. Buddy, sing a sad old song. And my heart got broke in the Pine Hills. Lord, and my time ain't long. I started out to logging when I was in my prime. Woman, don't you weep for me. Hitching up the spruce to the big drag lines. You down on Piney Mountain, where the skinners started bucking as the deers come down. Buddy sing a sad old song, making God's own thunder on the new cut ground. Lord, and my time ain't long.
Yeah,
buddy. We was fighting over nothing and drinking too hard. Woman, don't you weep for me. Riding up to camp on the flat wheel cars. You down on Piney Mountain. 30 years of hanging on the old chain rail. Buddy sing a sad old song. Laid off and paid off in 58. Lord, and my time ain't long. Got sold to the scrap iron yard. Woman, don't you weep for me. Moved down Virginia when the times got hard. You down on Piney Mountains. Lost my fingers in the steel bandsaw. Buddy sing a sad old song. Now my foot just hangs untuned on the wall. Lord, and my time grown up on the logging road. Woman, don't you weep for me. And the wildflowers bloom where the big shades blow. You down old Piney Mountain, there's nothing left for me but to drink and smoke. But he sang a sad old song. My hands can't fiddle and my heart's been broke. Lord, and my time ain't long.
From LJ, Georgia, that's my buddy Barry Abernathy, y'all. Yeah.